Hey YouTube, how you doing? It's another beautiful day. Uh, this is just gonna be one of those random videos where I have no outline or no bullet points to talk about. But anyway, I'm out here. I'm in Detroit. I'm on the Dequindre cut, doing my walk, following my doctor's recommendation. I'm out here walking in the Dequindre cut. It's beautiful out here. And hey, it's on. Gotta get my exercise in. You know, I told you in my last video that my last checkup, doctor said was, for me being a diabetic, doctor said my last checkup was excellent. So I'm happy about that. So I'm out here, I'm walking, and it's a good day. So we're gonna hit the Dequindre cut today. It's beautiful out here. Dequindre cut, I read back in the day, this used to be a rail line where trains came through here. But over the years, they stopped running trains through here. I guess they decommissioned the tracks. And so now, it's a walking track, a walking trail, which is pretty cool. It's real nice out here in Detroit, Michigan. So here we go. It's on. So just keeping up with the doctor's instructions. And I need it anyway. I hit the gym every now and then, but not as often as I should. So it's on. Yeah, I'm gonna try to pick up my regimen so that I can get a routine going. But anyway, it's beautiful out here. I like how they developed this area, developed the landscape. I like looking at nice landscape. So it's pretty nice. Beautiful day here in Detroit. It's about 70 degrees. Sun's out. It's kind of partly cloudy. So every now and then the sun will go behind the cloud and cool it off a little bit. But hey, it's all good. I love this. See, y'all excuse my camera if it's a little shaky. I'm still trying to learn how to do this thing, being a new content creator. But I'm having fun learning. I'm a slow learner, but once I get it, I got it. So we out here. I keep saying we, but it's only me. But I'm out here hitting this Dequindre cut. Man, it's beautiful out here. Give y'all a little view of what it looks like. It's beautiful out here. Nice little walking trail. As you can see, they got a little streetscape, little seating area. Little emergency signs. Got cameras all over the place, so it's nice that law enforcement keeps an eye on the location, and that's pretty good. Here we got an outside gym. If you want to come out here and work out, got a little outside fitness area, so that's pretty good. As you can see, I'm making my way down the Dequindre cut. Don't know if I'm gonna walk the entire way though, but I think the entire way is about 2 miles. So I may hit it all the way, but then again, I might not, but we'll see how that goes. But yeah, this is a beautiful place to be. Beautiful place to be. Yeah, being a new content creator, I've talked about before in my previous videos that finding content for me is a challenge. Trying to find out what to do my videos on. So I'm just putting a little bit of everything out there. My mentors who I follow on YouTube, they say just start somewhere. just throw a lot of content out there and see what sticks, so to speak. So that's what I'm doing. But I'm enjoying what I'm doing. It's just that I wish I had enough content where I can post every day. I would love to get to that point, and that's my goal, to be able to post every day. So another thing, you know, I've downloaded editing apps, but I'm still navigating through the apps trying to figure out how to work it. I don't know how to edit yet, but it's okay. So far, all the content that I've downloaded so far has been raw, unedited videos, which is cool, and that has its advantages sometimes. So another thing I like about down here, you'll see a lot of outdoor art, where a lot of artists come out here and they do their thing. So we'll get a chance to take a look at a few. Some of them I really like. See, it's pretty nice. They give you something to look at while you're walking. And sometimes when you got enough to look at, you forget that you're tired. You forget that you walked and you're tired. But it's good. Because I love nature, I love landscaping. And it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful day. So we out here getting it in. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get about two. I think it runs about two and a half miles. So I'm gonna try to get 2.5 miles. Don't know if I'm gonna get all of it and put it on a video, but we'll see. We'll see how they go. Now I am approaching another overpass, and I'm getting ready to show you some more art. Some of these artists are really good. Like, check that out. I'm gonna get out of the sun so you can get a better view of it. But check that out. This is some of the art that you see, outdoor art, street art, that you'll find on the Dequindre cut. It's pretty nice out here. I like the vibe, and I like being out here walking. It's pretty cool. I like that. So it's just me out here doing my thing, enjoying the weather, enjoying the scenery, just getting it in. Pretty soon I'm gonna get back in the gym. I used to lift a lot of weights. I used to be in a lot of bodybuilding activity back in my 30s, and I've heard them say even back then that once you get into that and you don't stop, you don't give up, when your body gets older, it's already acclimated to it. So you can keep it going. Well, unfortunately for me, I kind of stopped. Well, I did stop. And my body just kind of it's gonna take a while for me to get back into it. But I do a lot of walking, so walking is not that bad for me. But here I'm going to turn the camera around and show you some more street art. It's a lot of street art. It's almost like an exhibit. It's a lot of street art out here. And this is what you'll see when you're walking the Dequindre cut. That's a beautiful thing I like about Detroit. When Detroit designs itself, so to speak, it don't try to copy off of other cities. It tries to be Detroit. It tries to be a better Detroit. One thing I love about this city, and I think the people are so resilient and so tough and such a gritty, hard-working town, is because this city has gone through a lot. This city way back in the day, 60s, from what I understand, used to be almost 2 million people in the city. But people fell away and started moving out, trends changed, people moved to the suburbs. You know, political reasons caused people to move away. So the city shrunk all the way down to, for what I understand, about 600,000. But then the city went into bankruptcy, which was pretty bad, but the city never gave up. But one thing that I noticed about the city, even though the city was in bankruptcy, billionaires was arriving in the city, and they started to buy up property and start rehabbing property. So I knew then that the city was going to bounce back, but it wasn't not just going to bounce back. It was going to bounce back in a big way, and it did. So much so until there are other cities who are sending representatives here to learn what Detroit do to bounce back in the way that it did. You talking about the big comeback. And so that's one thing I love about Detroit. I love the character of the people in Detroit. They don't give up. You can talk bad about Detroit. Detroiters, they'll just put their head down and grind. And years later, you'll look up and you'll see a brand new, distinctive city of Detroit. And that's what you see here. A lot of people still talk about Detroit because they haven't been here in years. They only remember Detroit when it was down. But it's an entirely different city now. So it's a beautiful place to walk, a beautiful place to hang out, a beautiful place to live. And so it, just like any other city, it has its negative. And it just like any other big city, medium-sized city, it has a lot of negative. But you'll find that everywhere. But if you're looking for good, you're gonna find it. I'm gonna turn the camera around and show you some more street art. This is some street art someone did, and this is beautiful. This is beautiful here. It's something else to look at while you're on your walk. This place kind of have a park-like vibe. You feel like you're walking in a state park. It's beautiful. The landscape is awesome. It's amazing. And I love looking at landscaping like I said earlier. This is so nice. So we're gonna go ahead on and get our walk in. They got plenty of seating areas in case somebody has done enough walking and they're a little bit tired or exhausted or fatigued. You have an opportunity to sit down for a minute, rest up, and then get back up and keep it going. If you want to ride your bikes, there are a lot of little bike, what do you call them, bike racks, where you can tie your bike up. It's pretty nice. I really like the way they have designed this place. So, okay, now I'm coming up on a staging area where in the summertime, from time to time, there's entertainment out here. So you have an opportunity to come out here for a couple of days and hear some music. So, Detroit Riverfront Conservancy, we want you back. Well, there's a little stage area. They call it the Campbell Terrace. And so here's a little seating area toward the end of the stage. But that's part of the Dequindre cut. And then on the opposite side, there's more street art. Isn't that cool? creates a nice vibe while you're out here walking and doing your exercise. And there's so much exhibit to see out here until you almost forget that you have walked a mile or you walked a mile and a half. This is so cool. See, I love landscaping. That is so cool. Yep. Okay, so here we are continuing on our walk. And I keep snickering at myself because I keep saying here we or whatever, but hey, I guess I can say we. Hey, it's all about me, myself, and I, huh? So that's three of us. But anyway, I'm approaching some more street art. So let me flip the camera around and show you another art presentation that I'm walking past. And then on the other side, see, back in the day, these were overpass. But when they decommissioned the rail tracks, they tore the overpass down and left the base, the foundation of it. And so they gave street artists an opportunity to do their thing. And that's what they did. And so it'll give you something to look at. I'm glad they left that up there. So as I walk down, there are what used to be overpasses, and you have an opportunity to see some more street art. We got some street art coming up ahead, and so I'm gonna keep the camera facing forward so that you can get a chance to enjoy some of it, particularly if you enjoy looking at street art. Detroit is full of street art. The leaders in Detroit, so I think some of the art is commissioned. Other art was just done back in the day when it was illegal, but some of the art is so well done until when they redeveloped the cut, they decided to leave everything intact. So here's more art here, which is pretty creative. Then here's some art on this side. You know, if you're into this type of art. So you have an opportunity to look at lots and lots of art. This is one of my favorite places to walk, although I don't get over here very often, because this place is about 15 miles driving from where I live. So I definitely don't get over here in the wintertime. I don't mess around in the wintertime, but even in the summertime, I'm gonna make this walk location one of the things I'm gonna do on a regular. It's pretty cool, I love it. Coming up on the left, see a couple of picnic tables. It gives walkers and joggers and runners an opportunity to sit down. And if you notice the way the streets is laid out, walkers and joggers usually on this left side, and the bikers are on the right side here. So nobody gets in anyone's way. But again, here is a rest area where they placed a couple of picnic tables, and they have a sign. It said, "Welcome to the Grand Trunks. Hop, sit, explore, enjoy." And that's one thing I love about Detroit. When they redesigned this place, they thought about the people. Here's a lot of stumps where kids can sit and rest. Here's more street art. You know, if you're into street art, some of it I really love it. Some of it's very creative. And here's more street art on the opposite side. So This is so cool. All this create a certain vibe, a certain feel, a certain personality of the city, give you the sense of the city. This city is no wimp. These people grind, and I mean they grind hard. And no matter what the negativity is, they just continue to grind. No one here gives up on their city. Connecting neighborhoods, the Green Cut Greenway. So there's a lot of information to read along the way to keep you educated on what's going on. On the other side says the legacy of transportation, and it gives you what it's about, what the vision is, what the mission is, and the promises. So this is nice. This is so cool. Once again, we on our way. Getting this walk in. Yeah, I think that was one of the, walking is one of the, I guess kind of like the missing ingredient, if you will, that my doctor was trying to, I guess, hint to me that I need. But she said everything else for being a diabetic is excellent. All my numbers checked, all my vitals are good, everything. So I was really happy and excited to hear that, as you might. And if you want more details into my doctor's visit, check out my last video on my last walk. I kind of went into details about that because I'm thankful that I'm still here, and I'm thankful that I'm reasonably healthy because I mismanaged my diabetes from the very start. I was really angry. I ain't gonna say confused. I've never really been confused, but I was really angry, and I guess I was, as I've heard a word, discombobulated. Because I'm thinking, hey, look, I'm a young guy, I'm healthy. This is not supposed to happen to me. This happened to other people, but it don't happen to me. And so I didn't take the doctor's instructions in the beginning, and as a result, my diabetes got worse and worse. And then other illness started coming upon me as a result of me not taking care of my diabetes. And so there's a couple things that stuck with me that I can't, well, I'm gonna say I have to live with, and I have to take more medications for. But I have to eat healthy. I have to watch my carbs, and I gotta take care of myself so that I can live a healthy and a very, I don't know what's the word I'm trying to use. It slipped my mind at the moment. But very healthy quality, that's the word, quality lifestyle. I don't want just to live, but I want to live with quality. So that's what it's all about. Okay. Here's another piece of street art that I think is very interesting. If you like street art, it's another picnic table and rest area. And they also got some logs on the ground for kids who want to rest up for a minute. So this is a pretty cool spot. So this is what you see when you come walking through the Dequindre Cut. It's pretty cool. Now I'm approaching another overpass, and in a moment we're gonna take a look at more street art. I love the streetscape. I love the lighting, and I love the banners that they got mounted on the light poles. It's pretty cool. I really like that. So here we're approaching another overpass. This looks like a newer overpass, like this one has been rebuilt. But this is another part of Dequindre Cut. More street art. Man, this is nice. So I gotta spend some time over here so you guys could see some more of the street art here. It's pretty cool. So we got this. Then I'm gonna show you, we got some art here, and I'm gonna try to got art here. It says, "We are Detroit." That's who we are. And then across the walking path on the other side, give you opportunity to check the artwork over here. This is pretty cool. I like this one. Nice. This is a big piece here. So this is pretty cool. So a lot of artists have contributed their work here, and they give us something to look at and something to enjoy while we're out here getting our walk in. So we're continuing. I haven't found a mile marker yet, so I'm not sure how far I've walked yet. But as soon as I see one, I will know how far I've walked. It's pretty nice. We got more street art coming up. Give you an opportunity to take a look at it. And it's pretty cool. Wow, some of these works are very detail oriented. Look at that. Look at that. Wow, some of these works are amazing. And then there's another art contribution toward the end of this wall, which I'll get a little closer to it so that you can see it. It's pretty nice. So there's a lot to look at on your walk so that you won't be reminded of how far you walked. It's more landscaping, of course. They've done an excellent job in planning the landscaping. And I guess another reason why I admire the landscape so much, because I've done a lot of residential landscaping. I've done landscaping. I've built koi ponds, and that was just a hobby. So landscaping and ponds interests me. So anytime I see some work that someone else have done, I take an interest in it and I notice it. I take note of it. But here's more on my walk. I still haven't seen a mile marker yet. I don't know if I've gone a mile yet or not. I may have. If I have, that means I got another 1.5 miles to go before this Dequindre cut ends. But even though at the end of this Dequindre cut, they have made plans to extend it even further. I mean, to take it all the way out to the suburbs, which is wow. Now that'll blow my mind. So if they do that, then I won't be walking the entire Dequindre cut to the end. I'll just walk portions of it. And so maybe 1 week I'll walk one portion of it, and another week I'll walk another portion of it. Now, here's some of the art, street art, I believe that was here back when this was a railroad. They've chosen to leave it there just kind of I guess as a contribution to the artists. Back in the day, if somebody got caught, and back then it was called graffiti, they've given it a pretty updated name. It's called street art now. But back then it was called graffiti. Back then if you got caught doing graffiti, you got arrested, you paid a little fine, and you got released. It's nothing major, it was just a misdemeanor. But now, street art, or graffiti as we used to call it, is embraced. It's now become a part of our culture. And I think in a future video that I'll do, I'm gonna go to Eastern Market. Eastern Market is oh my God. It's literally an art exhibit. It's so many buildings have street art, and I'm talking beautiful street art. Something unmatched a lot of places. So sometime in the near future, I'm going to take a trip to Eastern Market, which is not very far from here, but that was not my goal today. So here we are, another overpass. And this street art, not only is it on the walls, it's even on the ceiling. So I'm gonna stop a moment, I'm gonna pause a moment from walking so that you can see what I can see. And I'm not sure if the street art does justice on this camera, on this video, as it does in real life. This is really amazing. Someone took a theme and just followed it through on both sides of the wall, and they took it to the ceiling. So this is the walls. Then we take it up to the ceiling. All the way across the ceiling, and then down to the wall on the opposite side. Check that out. That's really interesting. So these are the artwork that you'll encounter as you come down Dequindre Cut. So anytime y'all get a chance, y'all come on down and experience the Dequindre Cut walkway. There's a few people I've brought down here on my previous walks. Did a walk down here because this is my favorite, one of my favorite spots. I don't know, I guess I can go as far as say this location is kind of like my happy place. I just enjoy it. So I do my walking down here. But today I was so anxious to do my walk until I forgot to bring my water bottle. But I think part of the reason was because I have so much in my hands and I'm trying not to be overloaded. So I've approached another overpass. I'm gonna show you the artwork that's on the wall. Check that out. Man. That is really something. Here's a guy that says, a dedication to any graffiti artists that use this place as a platform for artists like myself to exist today. It's pretty nice. He pays tribute to other artists that contribute artwork out here. So it's pretty nice. Here on the other side, you can see the artwork on this side. Wow. It's interesting. So, moving right along. Okay. Now, I guess I have gone 2 miles because I can see pretty close to where the end is. But let me show y'all what I see. When you get to this area, usually this building is my landmark. When I see this building with this balcony up top, I know I'm near the end. And to the right is the freight yard. Now the freight yard is kind of like an outdoor place to get something to drink. You can drink water, you can drink beer, you can drink cocktails. But this place is usually open, particularly on the weekends, and it's pumping sounds, and they playlist is on point. So you can come up in here, you can order something, you can sit down at the picnic tables further down and just rest up for a moment. So see, today is a Monday morning, so it wouldn't be open today, not on a Monday morning, but on the weekends. This place is jumpy. And it's runners and walkers and bikers, and everyone sits here and enjoy. They kind of people watch. They kind of people watch and just sit here and sip on whatever it is they ordered to drink. Here's a sign that's requesting feedback. So they always in the thought process of improving. They always improving. So they want your feedback because they take your feedback. Now, if you notice, the freight yard is built from shipping containers. Shipping containers is a pretty popular thing now here in Detroit. There are buildings out of shipping containers. There are houses out of shipping containers. Here's sheds in the sitting area. If you notice, each shed that the picnic table is under are former shipping containers. So they were very creative in their use of shipping containers. This is pretty cool. Then on the other side, if somebody wants to rent bikes, it's available. So they got something out here for everybody. Okay. So usually when I get to this point in my walk, this is near the end, so I don't always go all the way to the end, but I will go to a point and then I'll just turn around and do the 2 miles going back to where I started. So every time I come out here, it's a 4 mile walk for me, 1/2 mile. but I do 2, and I'll turn around and go back. So I'm gonna walk to the end of the building that I'm in front of now, and I'm gonna turn around and go back. Now it's a nice cool breeze out here right now, even though the sun is out. And because it's spring turning summer, a lot of these trees and a lot of flowers are blooming. So you can smell the aroma coming from the flower. That's what I love about spring. It's the season of spring smells good because you smell all these flowers that's blooming on the trees. But I'm gonna walk a little further. I was gonna turn around at the end of the building, but I see more street art, and so I'm gonna show you some of the street art I'm seeing up ahead of me here. Okay, here's one that is interesting. So I'm gonna show you what I see here. Check that out. That's pretty cool right there. That's really nice right there. Wow. Somebody did a real good job on that one. That's pretty cool. So let me walk a little further up this way. There's more seating area. I think this is probably the far as I'm gonna go. As you can see, the trees are flowering up there, so that's what you smell. All these nice blooms. So I think this school is Cornwell Health Basic School. This is as far as I'm gonna go, then I'm gonna turn around and head backward. But anyway, this will get me about 4 miles in. So all right, so this is going to end my video for today, but I'm glad y'all hung out with me. I hope y'all enjoyed the presentation. I hope y'all enjoyed the street art. I love walking down here. Like I said, this is kind of like my happy place. And so I'm gonna ask you to hit like, comment, and subscribe, and also share the video so that we can build a community. I think that'll be pretty cool. We can build a community. That way, when you subscribe, you'll know every time I upload a new video. Like I said, my goal has always been to upload every week, but I haven't been able to do that. But that's my goal, is to build up to the point where I can upload every week. So you guys take care. Have a great day. Have a great week. And I'll catch you on the next video. Hey, peace.